but I'm halfway slouched over. But I figure I'll come on and say, hey, 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 hello, and do a one card reading. So here we are in all of our glory. At least I still am wearing pink though. So let's go ahead and do a one card reading. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. Thank you guys for being back. Thank you for liking the stream. So let's get into it. Let's just get into it right away. We can use like a one card reading for like the signature of the day, or that's basically it, like telling or forecasting the day or the moment or the time for one card. Typically, people either want a one card reading or a three card reading. The one card reading just reminds me of a lot of just checking your, or for those who like to check their astrology, but it reminds you of just checking the energy level for that day. So let's go ahead and get to it, y'all. Let's do a one card reading with the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot deck. Here they are, here they are. I already shuffled them, but let's go ahead and shuffle them some more. It's great to be with all y'all. So here it is, Nanan Bukulao. I remember a few days ago I was saying that the spirit wives, the fire spiritual wives, are like so much in the elemental force right now. So here we have not the softer side of Nana and Bukalao. This is just a reflection of being outside of nature, being in tune. When two comes together in her environment, in her space, in her name, then there is always going to be some um, good fortune. Okay, not necessarily always physical, but good fortune spiritually. She has these guys right here outside. They're sharing a mandrake. Um, there's no real qualities of the gender here, but what it is the mandrake, which is Nanambukalau's sacred herb. So not only are they outside in the environment, in the nature, gathering together, um, observing together, but they're also entwined with she's here. Okay, she's here on so many different levels, dealing with her herb. I should have got my book. I really should have got my book, y'all. I should have got my book. Why didn't I bring it? That's okay. Okay, I'm going to have to go get it because my candle fell over. Sorry about that. Like officially, the candle had flipped over right before I'm like, okay, I don't want to, I'm not going to get up and get my book. And right then and there, spirit changed my mind right in that instance. Like, you going to get up and get this book, okay? So before I left, we were talking about Nana and Bukulao. Okay, we're talking about another aspect of the great 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 mother. This is reflection also of like fiery elemental, but she can also um, orchestrate as the divine energy, as the magi as well. When those are come together to honor her, to be underneath her in this globe. Hey, Jalen, there's nothing but magic. There's nothing but prosperity that's going to come out with this card. And I say that also because Rada here is dealing with swords, with using your words in communication. And then two here is dealing with change and movement. Okay, so if we're using our words, we're using our swords underneath the guise of nature. Okay, magic, magic, magic. So let's test that theory here. Let's test that little thought here. So there is, that was to Nana Bukalau. Right. This is not too many people read the book. I don't blame you. Okay, so here is Miriam Brigitte for. So she has a star too, representation. We'll just go through a little bit. So it says Nana Bukalau. Okay, sorry about the copyrights. Nana Bukalau is the grandmother, Grand, and they capitalize grand. Hey, thank you for subbing. How's it going? How's it going? So she is the grandmother. I always say great mother, but the grandmother. So she is one of those primordial um, beings. She's a primordial being. It says from her came the twins, and the twins, and to the twins all that exists. And the twins are the Madarasa. So from the Marasa, which are also primordial beings, also they come from Nana Bukulau. That is why she's referred to as grandmother. Where's the card? Okay. Oh, maybe that's why they have the twins right here too. Duh, obviously. So we have the two guys here who are representing the twins, the Madarasa, right? The great twins, the balance of alike and unalike here. So that's interesting. I forgot about that. Uh-huh. This grandmother who existed even before the twins is a loa of herbs and medicine. Medicine is a very special type of food. I think most of, yeah, medicines as gifts to earth. She is an ancient root loa. An ancient root loa has many faces and can take many forms. Now we said that earlier because her first reflection always is like a huge inflamed fire. The original African deity Nenembuku is of great importance. So she has different names, obviously. In Africa, they know her as Nenembuku. She is famous from the Ifa in Nigeria. She herself was a superlative warrior, utterly fearless, who raised the mythic city of Taju Adi. Okay, so she was a warrior and she fought in a few different battles. Okay, Nigeria from the Ifa, Nigeria is recognizing Nanabuku, right? Within this contents of this card and voodoo practice, her aspects as creator and healer are emphasized. Okay, so that is what we were trying to get to earlier. So creator and healer are emphasized. So creator here once again are in the form of the twins, the two twins here. All right, and the twins were traced their ancestry. I don't know, it's like people are outside. Twins, okay. From her came the twins, and to the twins, all that exists can trace its ancestry. Isn't that funny? Because I've known a few different Haitians who give birth to twins. It's like a special gift, right? So, no wonder here they're representing as the Madarasa, okay. Bore the twins. Um, the card shows two men gathering roots and herbs under a tree. Nanambukalao is present as the forest itself, which provides medicine and ingredients for powders. One man holds a root that looks like a mandrake. Mandrake is an important element in a number of Western magical spells. The mandrake root is said to take the shape of a miniature man or woman and to find one of these roots to gain access to great power. The men depicted in the card freely share their knowledge, openly showing their finding to one another. That is awesome. Okay, it's not Cain and Abel. Okay, it's not Cain and Abel at all whatsoever. This is the complete opposite of what Cain and Abel is. So I was reading from here, you know what I'm saying? Reading from there. Oh, that's so cute. Actually, so I really just wanted to do a one card reading. If this card, when it comes up for those who wants a one card reading, sometimes several times throughout the day, they'll request a one card reading. Um, this is the healer. This is the medicine. This is the great gifts of sharing information and knowledge, but mainly for like being as the healer. Okay, the nurturer here. Mutual benefit based upon the experience of and devotion to the grandmother. So mutual benefit is going on here, and that's crazy as get out because when I said Cain and Abel, this is the exact opposite of Cain and Abel. All right, yay! So that is that. This is a really good descriptive card for a one card reading only, because basically it's saying that you're in a commitment of sharing, you're a commitment in devotion. Okay, you're in a commitment of practice. You're not, boxed anywhere. You're outdoors, obviously. You're with other people, you're sharing, you're able to communicate, and not by doing that, you receive this gift. You find this very much mandrake and herb that you can utilize as well, but you don't keep it to yourself. You don't keep the knowledge and the information to yourself. You share it with an individual who is at the same level of confident, who's on the same level of spiritual practice. That's why here they have the reflection of the brother or the madrasa here. Those who are like and unalike, sharing knowledge with one another. There's no greater relationship. I don't have a twin, but I've always been drawn to twins all the time. But once you observe them, there's no other greater connection with, with the majority of the twins, right? They share so much, right? They know so much about one another when they're away from each other from a long period of time. It's like, they have to gradually uh, titrate themselves away from each other as they get older and older and older because they're so used to sharing everything, right? Sharing most things between both, right? Both of the siblings. That's why she's using these guys here as the Marasa sharing information. Upon that information, there is, this great mutual benefit from that as well. Because, we're not sharing pearls to swine with this card. We're not Cain and Abel with this card. This is more and above than loyalty card. This is when you come together in this background, right? In this nature. Both of you guys showed up at the same time, in the same place, in the same frequency. And now, like, greatness is going to come and be birthed from this relationship. Yes, yes, yes. So this is what this card means. Yes, that's it. But like I said, so Nanambukalau is a root loa. Okay, she's a root loa. All right, they celebrate her the most in Nigeria in Ifa. She's known as Nanambukulu, and I know that she's known under so many different names as well. I should have a video underneath my page with Nana Bukulau. I believe I may have a video with Nana Bukulau. I feel like I used to talk about her a lot when I originally got these cards. But yeah, so creation through the principle of zero equals two. The zero as the womb of Nanambukulau and the two as the Madrasa. So they're referencing Nanambukulau as the zero, okay, as the womb. So zero equals two. Isn't that something? Zero equals two. That is interesting. Very interesting. All right, you guys, let me know if you have any questions, though. Any other questions before I get up out of here and rest my beautiful self for a couple hours and see y'all guys again. I'm just extra comfortable and yeah, want to come on here and say hi and do a one card reading and see if you guys had any questions before I roll out. I'm not really tired. I just kind of want to relax and do what I do. I don't know, haven't figured that out. Maybe, you know, read something, conjure. No, I think they conjure me. I think they communicate with me and always reaching out to communicate with me for messages. I don't think there's ever been a time for me to conjure or do any of that. But there's still a lot of more life living. But no, I've been getting requests to go here or there and do this or that. I'm trying to think, like conjure a spirit. Like no, I know people like to mess with Papa Legba and all that. I really don't think at this moment there's no purpose for me to conjure any spirits. They're already in communication within me, and then all the symbolisms that I have of them around in my place. It's like their frequency is already um, playing off of mine, where I can utilize theirs as well. Um, yeah, it is always some synchronicity that they are reaching out. Um, or it could just be my ancestors or my higher self are like, okay, tap into this frequency level of like a Oya or a Yemaya or a Ugon or something like that. I got like dark marks all over me. No, I think I learned because no one in my family that I even know of, we can't even go past the greats at all. Nobody really even knows anybody in our family, and I'll just leave it like that on that. I learned from myself in spirit, mainly. It was something fly by. I mean, not, yeah, something I would have never even thought in a trillion years. Trillion years at all. I'm not a mambo of any of that. I am a true practitioner. So it can be in Orisha, it can be Lakshmi, it can be whomever I develop and create, which, you can create and develop your own entities as well by just giving them names and, their frequency level. But on both sides of my family, like they were cut off a while ago. So it's like, don't even ask, is the answer. Like, they're like, don't even ask. Mm-mm. But you can always tell, like, when your parents have gifts and talents also that you picked up um, immensely from them. And I wonder if they are aware of it. I know for sure that my dad is aware of it. And I know my mom is for sure too, but not to the ability of how I'm aware of their abilities. Maybe I think my dad is because for some reason he gives me like a lot of Mercury, although he's a Pisces. And not to say that my mom isn't intelligent, I'm just saying my mom is religious. Astral projection. Hmm. I don't know. Let's see. I was never like really practicing it. I guess you can say I was just studying. Loa, I wasn't studying the religion because sometimes voodoo or Santeria can be like a religion. So I wasn't practicing the religion. I was just studying the Loa individually and the Orishas through knowledge, through synchronicities, through several different forms of books. Not only this, but there's a lot of other different books. But there's, for me, in English, there's not any really good literature that you can ever learn from Voodoo or from Santeria. That is something you definitely have to learn underneath, like a mambo or any of that. And at this point in time, I don't got time. I don't got time. Like, so it's astral projection basically. It's like another form of visualization, or it's another form of just going and visiting people, another reference of time and space and all that. I can say I have done that a few times just to check on some of my friends in Ohio, or Spirit led me to check on some of my friends in Ohio, just peering how they were like emotionally, and because I know that some things were going on emotionally and mentally going on. So a few times in my dream I was able, and that's so crazy because I same house and everything that they've been in for 30 years. I went into that same house several times and got the messages that I needed to see what was going on. I think like um mm, I'm gonna be working with the dream work all like that because my mind be so active at nighttime. I'll be going to sleep when spirit or my ancestors, whatever, my higher self, if they have some information from a dream that they want me to know, I would definitely receive it. Definitely, 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 definitely. When I didn't smoke, like I said, for 2 years, I got, I wouldn't say nightmare dreams, but really the type of dreams where people are being murdered and kidnapped. Some weird shit. I'm gonna have to go back and read my dream journal. So when I didn't smoke, I was seeing those kind of dreams continuously in different areas, in different ways, in different forms. So now, if there is a greater message, which there have been, and sometimes it doesn't even have to be at night, is what I notice also. If you can take a nap during the day, you can get messages from there. And I've probably gotten the most craziest messages during the day from taking a little nap, or even just taking like a little 5 or 10 minute nap. Like, what the fuck was that? So I don't know what the hell I'll be doing sometimes in my dreams, moving around. But those messages are always super vivid. Like, we're going to put this big ass lion in the middle of the street and we're going to see how you interact with it. And that's when I knew, like, this is a dream because ain't no lion, big, huge, gigantic lion walking across the street in the middle of the summer. Most of my dreams are like in the summertime. But no, I don't do astral projections. I like other fields of visualization. I like other fields of grounding, or I forget why people astral project, but I'm not really interested. It could be fun, nice little project. But I'm gonna go now because it's way in the early morning, and I'm gonna do a little cat nap and get back to some work and have some more fun. Feel free to reach out, y'all. Sorry, I'm kind of lazy and laying down. I'm kind of low energy, but I am enjoying the comfortability of being here. All right, y'all. Thanks for the questions. That one guy with no internet, I guess you're interested in all of what people are talking about online with astral projection, which is okay. excuse me, I don't even know what came first. I think these cards came like much later. Much later. They came much later. It didn't come um, with the meditation or with the crystals, when you first start reaching out for resources and tools to help sharpen your tools, which it was crystals and some forms of meditation. I didn't do cards at all. I have to really think, how the heck did I start doing these cards? Like, what? I know that I got them from Dr. Eileen Bay a while ago. He had them on his website. And then something like originally, because like most people, when they think of voodoo or Santeria, they think of like complete negative and witchcraft and all that other shit. Um, Eventually, I got rid of all that fear, all of that fear, all of that fear, and all of the thoughts of what people would think about me doing these other cards, these cards right here. I just relinquished other people's thoughts, other people's projections because I really didn't care. Um, and that's how I end up picking up these cards. Really is, I gotta use the bathroom. Y'all have a good morning. I'll see y'all in a couple hours. Bye. Thank y'all for liking and stopping by. But I shouldn't be on here too long looking like ET. Bye. Good night, y'all. Good morning. My bladder is talking to me, and the phone is not stopping the stream. Hmm. Let me know what y'all think about Nana and Boo Cloud since YouTube don't want to stop the stream. Here's the card again. The cardigan. Here's the cardigan. Now that we understand more of what that is, what this card means. Yay, Nene Bukalau. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying for this season for Aries, that her frequency is in the air. And for some reason, Man Brigitte is in the air also. And Ursula kind of just want to be coming in here because she be like fire. But I feel more of Nana Bukalau. Okay, let me see if they're going to let me end the stream now. Is that okay, YouTube? Did we do enough? Wow, the whole phone is like